And we're back. It's been a long time. How are you, everybody? How are you? Let's go.
Look out there, MP.
We are doing good. Give me the ball. Splash. Another green. It's all green here. Ooh, I can't miss. Come on, one more, one more. One more.
Thank you for tuning in this Sunday evening. This is Kevin Harlan along with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And of course, David Aldridge is joining us tonight from the sideline. And a look at the block shot number over the last few seasons for Brook Lopez.
The blocks just aren't coming for him nearly as much as they were a few years ago. I think he's lost a little something in terms of that intimidation factor and that ability to change a game with his interior defense, and that's too bad.
And a look at the starters for the Hornets. The guard spots filled in by Paul and Miller. Then there's Trey Murphy.
Here we go.
Then it's
Here we
Williams.
go.
And it's De Silva in at power forward. And for Milwaukee, the post pair, the longtime duo of Antetokounmpo and Lopez. Damian Lillard out there with the professor, and it's Middleton in at the small forward position. GA, we are right in the thick of the season. What's an overlooked challenge for these players right now?
Staying fresh. You have to take care of your body and your mind. That'll pay dividends in the stretch run.
The professor from outside off the mark. Looking at the last game for Charlotte, it was a loss to the Nets with the step back. Here's Miller. Pass to Williams. Charlotte moving the ball around. Ball with the bucket.
The defense
Come
must
on,
stop
guys.
the ball's three-point shot. He's more than ready to snipe away if you give him the opportunity to do so.
To the paint. Here's the professor. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now, here's Ball. Last game, 26 points from past the arc. And another 3 for Charlotte.
And not just the
Come
score.
on
Miller
now.
can dish it as well, showing great vision on that play.
The professor passes to Lopez. The professor, good.
Give and go.
The professor's got his second bucket of the game to go. And you knew MP hit the ground running in his career, but now he has passed Luka Doncic as the fastest to reach 5,000 points.
That's
For a
right.
guy that came in with so much hype like MP, he has certainly lived up to it. Getting to 5,000 points so fast illustrates how easy the transition's been for MP to become a star in our league.
There's Miller with the 3, and Chris Middleton pulls it down. For Milwaukee, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Screen by Antetokounmpo. The professor drains the three-pointer. The professor's got 7.
You can see the evolution.
Let's
of
go,
Giannis
baby.
As a passer, he's gotten good at thinking for himself and his teammates.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And what stands out most, Clark, about Mark Williams, it has to be his rebounding.
Yeah, he's a glass-eating machine, and on a per-minute basis, he's one of the best in the league at corralling boards. But he's had a little bit of an issue staying healthy. When he's on the floor, though, he gives them a real powerful presence up front.
You know, you were talking about Giannis. He can put up 30 a game without taking many shots from the perimeter. That's a tall order these days, especially because he gets doubled every single time. The first free throw is good. Clark, the last piece of the puzzle for Giannis Antetokounmpo, winning that 2021 NBA title.
And you know, Kevin, think about this. When Giannis got that ring, he also had 2 MVPs, a Defensive Player of the Year award. Man, that's accomplishing a lot at just 26.
Pass to Miller
Come on, boy.
to stop the run, and it's good on the layup.
And more than just a jump shooter, Miller's very good around the rim, a rare quality for a wing these days.
Lopez, a screen on Miller. The professor passes to Lopez. Williams with the steal.
Classic Lopez.
To the left wing. There's the 3. It's good from long range.
Yeah, LaMelo relishes every chance he gets to drop a dime like that.
And here's Middleton bringing it up now for the Bucks. Trailing by 2. And this is the first time matched up with the Hornets this season.
How about the flash by Antetokounmpo? I mean, just an insanely talented athlete who loves to punish that rim.
And that's life above the rim, courtesy of our AT&T 5G Slam Cam. There's Miller with the 3. Rebound, Milwaukee. This game coming after a loss against the Pistons.
Yeah, for that loss, you can credit their defense or lack thereof. Too many breakdowns on that end of the floor.
Yeah, and that's really inexcusable. I mean, there's just no way that you can justify that. When you don't put the work in on defense, you're going to end up on the losing end.
And both free throws good for Lopez. Clark, there are some that would say that Giannis Antetokounmpo is the best player in Milwaukee Bucks history. Others might say Lou Alcindor. What do you say?
Hey, pump the brakes on that, Giannis. I love the Greek freak, but I tell you, Kareem is my guy. I would tip my hat there, but I certainly understand why others would say, Giannis, I'm going to hang my hat with Kareem.
And Middleton kicks to Lillard. Here's the professor.
How?
Got him with the pump fake, but
Come on.
couldn't finish. Charlotte trailing. Down low. Here's De Silva. And that one is stuffed right through.
And for a power forward, he can sure get up. I mean, because of that leaping ability, it kind of offsets his height disadvantage.
Here's the professor. 7 points in the game. Milwaukee, no good that time either. For Charlotte, they've gotten 5 of 10 shots to drop in this game so far. Right at the 50% mark.
Boy, he's an incredible ball handler.
Oh, my.
6'7", LaMelo can get space for his shot practically anytime he wants to.
Pass to Antetokounmpo. Antetokounmpo, a screen on Miller. The professor passes to Giannis. And the dunk by Giannis.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
He should play better.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Well, guys, the professor in that last outing against the Pistons had a huge game. He scored 40 points, and ultimately, he posted a triple-double. Just a fantastic night for him. The kind he wants to have every night, I'm sure. Guys?
Thank you, David. You're right. He was a one-man wrecking crew in that one.
Yeah, he was not going to let them lose that game. We'll see if he comes in with that same attitude tonight.
Yeah, you know, every night's different.
That's a
They may try
mid-range
to double him, might
shot.
force him to adjust, or force him to
A
make
low
plays
start.
with the pass instead. We'll see.
Here's De Silva. After the made shot from the professor. Outside, ball. Again, ball missing.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
And it's Lillard missing. Charlotte's gotten a lot of shots off from three-point land in the first quarter, but they're only 4 of 9. And Ball gets double-teamed. Here's De Silva. It's good. The assist that time from Ball. Ball's got 3 assists in the game. With the drive, a professor.
Too fast.
Good. The professor's got 11 points.
Too fast for you,
Just
boy.
focusing on the task at hand, that's all you can do.
Yeah, these teams trading punches right now. I mean, it's table tennis. Back and forth we go.
And a moment here to find out what the news is out in the Western Conference. Shams Charania is on the line. Shams, what do you have for us?
Hey, Kevin. The story today from Nugget Nation as Denver is already altering their roster. They scooped up Lauri Markkanen, and he's going to be a significant perimeter threat for this team. His career has accelerated through his 20s, and so has that confidence in shooting from range and playing all over the floor. And combine that with his size and rebounding, it's easy to see how big of an asset he'll be for this new coaching staff.
Thanks again, Shams, as always.
Punch, counter punch. Impressive offensive production early on.
Hey, guys, this is going to be fun now. I mean, we've got ourselves a shootout on tap here.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
Outside Williams. Three-pointer. And the professor pulls it down.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No
Shoot!
defender in sight.
Got
Let's
that
go!
one quick. And the Bucks lead by 2.
And that is just too easy for Lillard. A
Too
legitimate
easy.
threat to burn you from the corner.
And so it's Charles Lee calling timeout. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. A different look for Milwaukee. Portis, he's checked in for Lopez. Karis LeVert comes in for Chris Middleton. And it's Payne in for Damian Lillard. Smith feeling it out a bit. It's hauled in by Giannis. Giannis has got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
Oh.
The professor's shot is off.
Boy, that defense smothered him in there. Love the intensity.
Outside Russell, pass to Miller. Smith outside. Good. And Miller gets the assist.
Steady from beyond the arc. Smith's improvement from there could really make him a dangerous player.
Giannis' screen on Smith. The professor passes to Portis. Here's the professor. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. And so it's Russell with it. He brings it up for Charlotte. Coming off that loss against the Nets.
Yeah, I mean, they had their chances, competed deep into that game, but Had a few lulls there that just kind of took them down.
And, you know, those are the kind of games that sting and that bad taste lingers. Knowing you were in it, but not coming through down the stretch, those are hard to get over sometimes.
Here's the professor after D'Angelo Russell's bucket. They grabbed their own miss. Here's the professor, covered by Miller. The professor passes to Giannis.
And, you know, at almost 7 feet tall, Antetokounmpo is dangerous down inside, really. I mean, the defense has to be physical with him if they want to have a chance at preventing him from scoring in the paint.
Giannis.
And some changes here for the Hornets. Carroll's checked in, and it's ball in for Miller. Ball from long range, and another three for Charlotte.
You know, if LaMelo shoots it at a high clip from deep, man, oh man, I don't know how anybody's going to guard it.
6-second difference between shot and game clock. Screen by Giannis. The professor. And
Let's
they come
go.
right back with their own
Let's
three-pointer.
go.
The professor's got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for the Bucks. Ball surveying the defense. Carroll, no one around him. That three off the mark. 1 second left. The professor.
Buzzer beater.
The professor's got 18 points.
You have to love the unselfishness on display there. Excellent pass.
LaMelo Ball getting it done for the Charlotte Hornets. And
Come on, we got this.
it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. Looking at what we've seen from the Hornets, what do you think?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
Yeah, I like the way they play. They're looking to get up and down the court every time. Racehorse basketball here tonight. Strap it up. Don't look down. You'll miss something.
So with Lillard on the bench, here's the 5 for Doc Rivers right now. Antetokounmpo and Portis man the post positions. The professor out there with Cameron Payne. And it's LeVert in at the 3, the small forward. Milwaukee's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Here's the professor. He's coming off a 40-point game against Detroit.
And even while he was piling up all those points, he still found a way to create chances for his teammates. The assists just kept on coming.
You missed that.
Ball no good.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Here's the professor. He's got 18. And, oh, here we go. Smith's got it, the fast break chance. He talked about a back-and-forth game. This is the definition.
You have to love these kinds of games, scoring-wise, keeping everybody on their toes.
A professor, good.
And that's unselfishness right there. Full display. Giannis wanting to get it to
Play
open
some D.
teammates.
Up top, Russell. Payne covering. Ball with a wide-open look. No good on the triple.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Giannis kicks to Portis. Here's the professor. 20 points for him. Portis can't get it to go. Tipped away.
Woo.
Here's the professor. Makes it off the glass. Now it's a 3-point Bucks lead.
Boy, he's been a rock of offensive support so far, and when they've needed a basket, they've turned to him.
Charlotte again missing.
3 triples in the first quarter, but he's yet to knock one down here in the second.
One thing about LaMelo Ball, he can really take over at times, Greg, when he's healthy and playing well.
And a lot of that is just his feel for the game. He processes quickly and then has the talent to execute. It's pretty hard to stop him when he's in the flow.
Ball from the right block. The shot is good. Ball's got 11 points.
Boy, that's a nice effort from Ball in the paint that time, working hard to find a way to get that shot off.
The professor passes to Antetokounmpo. Chalk up 2 there. Giannis has got the lead up to 5 now for the Bucks.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And, you know, it doesn't matter how good your defense is on the perimeter if you're going to allow easy ones inside like that.
Now, here's Ball. 11 points in the game. Here's Russell. And there's another one for the Hornets.
You know, with good form, a quick release, and a nice feel, Russell's comfortable in catch-and-shoot situations.
Portis a screen on Ball. The Professor's shot is off.
Well, it looks like he's cooled down a bit after hitting those two in the first quarter.
Here's Landale.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
We know the 90s were a different era, Greg. Either win the game or win the fight. Remember that? Do you miss that physicality?
Well, I will say.
Nice.
And
Nice
that concludes the first half. Bucks ahead. They lead by 11. Time now for the halftime break with the third quarter.
11 points lead.
Right here on 2K Sports.
An intriguing move for them. Landing Markkanen. Man, he'll help that space that they create on the floor. He'll open.
Now looking at where we stand after 2 quarters, it has been a difficult game for the Charlotte Hornets.
The free throw margin.
And that's all for us.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. What a game we're seeing from the Professor.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
And Charlotte looking at who they've got. The guard spots filled in by Ball and Miller. Then it's Williams. Then there's Trey Murphy. And it's De Silva in at the power forward position. Miller, that's for 2. Out to the right wing. The Trey drains it from beyond the arc. 6 points for him.
One of the things you've got to admire and respect about him is his aggressiveness at the offensive end, always in attack mode.
Goes up the baseline. The Professor, good. 24 points for the Professor.
Love seeing
Hey,
Dan
B.
distribute the ball like this.
Happy
Showing how
Saturday,
unselfish he
Malaka.
can be.
Ball dishes to Williams. Pass to Miller from downtown. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Giannis has got his game here tonight. To the middle.
Come on,
Lillard
Lillard.
misses.
It does not get much easier than that, but somehow he came up empty there.
Here's Miller. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. Ball's got 4 assists in the game.
I'm
Going
fine.
deep in his bag there. Miller with the incredible crossover.
Screen by Antetokounmpo.
Come on.
The Professor's shot is on.
Playoff soon,
That's
of
one
course.
for their first 4 to start the second
Can't wait.
half.
Fires for 3. The rebound by the Bucks.
What do you think
Middleton's
about
got
it?
his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
Yeah, you know, guys, this has been far from his best game. A disappointing outing for both him and the team.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the
Yeah,
defense
yeah,
looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now.
It's
on
car
their heels.
time.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thanks. It's important to remember
He's
Damian
unreal.
Lillard was a 2-star prospect coming out of high school in Oakland. He
What do you
says
think about
that
Lakers?
the doubt I faced, what I found is I have true belief in myself. I poured a lot in and just continued to work. That's why when I struggle,
Yeah, me
I
neither.
never waver because I know that I'm true to it. Eventually, I'm going to have my time. Kevin?
I think they call that game time.
I think
hey, David,
it will
thank
be
you.
interesting to see.
Back to Ball. And it's Miller in the corner. Shot clock at 6. And another 3 for
Lakers
Charlotte.
sometimes very
Yeah, that's
good,
too good a
sometimes
look
very
to give
shit.
them from behind the arc.
Bucks leading by 6. Pass to the Professor.
It's the last chance
From
for
18 feet
LeBron,
away.
I guess.
The Hornets pull it in. Williams has got 11 rebounds in the game. Miller with the ball. Lillard picks him up. Miller kicks to Ball. Rebound, Milwaukee. They've led by as many as 11 points. Screen by Giannis. And he nails There's the three. Nice shot from beyond the arc there from the professor.
And the lack of effort to fight over the
Do you
screen
think
there
Cleveland can win
makes
this?
that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a
They've been
good,
really good.
strong pick he lays there.
The whole season.
Miller with a wide open look. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Bucks have gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8.
Nice.
And the shot goes down. And now an 11-point Bucks lead.
Strong work for
The
him at the
first
offensive
grandfather,
end, helping
grandson
them
game.
to maintain that lead.
Lets the three fly. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball.
He's 40, eh?
Ball's got 5 assists tonight.
Wow.
Lopez, a screen on Miller. Here's the professor. Kicks it out to Giannis.
Shoot, Giannis.
And again,
Nice.
Milwaukee with the triple.
Really scary how good this guy's becoming. Antetokounmpo, when he's sinking the catch and shoot jump shots,
Really bright.
it's game over, fellas.
I said
Miller.
Cleveland. Cleveland.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Clark, we've all heard the comparisons. Brandon Miller plays a lot like a young Paul George.
And
Maybe
it
it's
makes
better
a ton
now.
of sense when you consider that Paul George is Brandon Miller's favorite player. So he spent a bunch of time studying how PG gets it done and putting those moves into his own book bag.
And he knocks down the first one.
Curry is 37, really?
When he does that, he's an effective player.
Milwaukee.
I think he's younger.
Portis is checked in. Russell, he's checked in for the Hornets.
He's as solid as it gets from the line. I mean, give him the opportunity.
Ooh.
He's cashing in on those.
Nice move.
One goes in.
And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
Priority and goal number 1 has to be tightening up the defense. They can't afford to give him open looks.
Ball with the bucket.
Hey, the mid-range can be touch and go for Ball, but he takes a nice smooth shot that time.
Game audio a little bit more.
Pass to the professor. Launches it. Rebound by Williams.
Boy, I'm absolutely shocked he didn't get that one to go. Usually he's money from deep.
And there it is for him.
Wait. Oh yeah, you're right. You're right.
$15 points for LaMelo Ball.
Terrific imagination, creativity. Russell already one of the league's more intriguing playmakers.
Let's go Bucks.
The professor passes to Middleton. Portis the screen. The professor
He find again.
drills the three-pointer. The professor's got a pair of threes now here in the third for the Bucks.
You got to be in awe of what he's doing this quarter.
What is he
Actually
doing?
destroying the opponent.
He has a gun
Middleton
obsession.
against Miller. Outside Ball. That's good. It's Miller with the assist. Miller's got his 4th assist in this one.
And it looks to me like he still has some of the shooting touch that he displayed in the first.
Portis the screen. Here's the professor. His three-pointers off the mark. Hornets trail by 7. Ball up top. Some nice passing here by Charlotte.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Bucks.
They've been playing some really physical offense, just attacking
America
the paint
has
as
a
much
gun
as
obsession.
possible. And I tell you what, they have been very successful with that strategy.
And I love the way they've been attacking the basket. I mean, they've looked to
This
penetrate
is so
every
true.
opportunity they've had, and they've done a nice job doing that.
And some changes here for the Bucks. Dante Exum is checked in for Chris Middleton. And Cameron Payne subbed in for Damian Lillard.
Yeah, come on.
Bucks leading by
Just
5.
adjust it.
Over to the wing. Portis a screen on Miller. The professor's shot is off.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
The battle to a standstill on the boards has really been something to watch. And the game's not over yet. We'll see if one of these teams maintains more energy than
That's a very close call. I'm sure he thinks it's a clean block, but looks like it was on the way down.
Game.
Smith checked in for ball. And this is his second trip to the line in the game. For Milwaukee, they've gone better than 53% from the floor since halftime, shooting 8 of 15. The professor passes to Portis. Here's the professor. Portis a screen on Smith. Here's the professor. And again, the Bucks miss. Charlotte trailing. Outside, Russell. For the lead. Hands it from downtown.
Timeout.
Russell's got 9.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Boy, it's been a three-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
Jock Landale's checked in for the Hornets.
So it's regular season
Pass to
over,
Exum.
or it's still going?
On the wing, Giannis. Here's the professor. 5 on the clock.
Come on.
Offensive struggles continue.
Yeah.
Missing again. Inside. Here's Smith. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. Russell's got
God, he's
4 assists now
37.
tonight.
Oh,
And there's a pattern
jeez.
starting to take shape here. They're working it
Time
inside and
flies.
getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Payne can't hit.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
We've seen it time and time again in games. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry
right.
between those teammates.
Right.
And it's the Hornets ball. They're on a 19-7 run.
If I
Russell
have to
finds
pick
Miller.
one team to win the championship, I would go with Boston.
Pass
again,
to Smith.
to be
For
honest.
the 3. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Giannis has got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. The professor's shot is off. And it's Smith with the ball. He brings it up for the Charlotte Hornets. They lead by 1. Here's Landale. Over onto Antetokounmpo. Landale misses. Here's the professor, covered by Miller. Giannis is screen on Miller. The professor passes to Antetokounmpo.
Another night we see
Nice
Giannis
pick and
at
roll.
his best. This defense doesn't have a clue as to how to guard it.
Russell with it. Working on Payne. And it's Russell missing.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
And this will be the last possession of the quarter if they're patient.
Yeah, they've got to hold for the last shot here.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the
He's the
bucket.
whole
You're so
team.
right. No question who has the momentum now.
You know, those kinds of plays can be difference makers, game changers, momentum shifters,
It's still good.
especially in a close contest where 1 or 2
Too good to
possessions
be true.
can impact the outcome.
Unloads from 13. That one misses.
What if we put Joker at NBA at 90s NBA? What do you think? It still be the same? I think it would be more difficult for him.
And a quick look
play
now at
there.
the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
And with these teams
Good
locked
luck
in
for
a very
Jokic.
close contest,
Yeah.
this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. So with Lillard on the bench, here's the 5 for Doc Rivers right now. They've got Kennard. Chris Middleton is out there with Portis.
Only
Then
Mavericks
there's the professor.
GM
And it's LeVert in
can
at the
do
3.
this.
And he's on his way to putting up a big three-point total.
Pass to the professor. For three.
Yeah.
Good on the triple.
Class.
The Professor's got 41.
He's showing
Yep,
no
it's
signs of
versus
letting
Sack.
up here.
The Hornets shooting it pretty well, close to 50%.
A lot of fighting.
Now, here is Russell. From the line,
I miss
Smith, no good.
90 Sarah.
Here's the Professor. He's covered by Ball. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Middleton, a screen on Ball. The Professor passes to Middleton. Now, here's LeVert. 4 on the shot clock. Here's the Professor.
Ah.
And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
And he's really smart. He's really smart.
And he makes the first. Brook Lopez is checked in for Portis. And he makes both free throws.
His basketball IQ is
Fourth quarter still young,
amazing.
just over a minute play. Pass to Landale.
How old is he?
Three-pointer, Martin. And the Professor pulls it down.
Maybe 28?
The Professor's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done.
29.
Middleton, a screen on Russell. The Professor's shot is off.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Lopez showing off the length there to get to that shot.
Charlotte again missing. Milwaukee leading by 3. Middleton, a screen on Ball. The Professor passes to Middleton. Stolen by Ball.
Come on.
And a fast break now for the Hornets. And finished off by Martin.
Oh,
And
he's
the
30.
offense has just operated really smoothly here in the open floor.
Yeah, and for them to reduce the lead, they should keep the pace brisk. I mean, that's how they've generated the highest quality shots.
And they call the foul,
Nice.
so a chance at the line for
Triple
one more
double.
coming up.
Man, I like the fact that Middleton, because of his strength, is able to fight through contact and get shots to fall even when he's been hit.
Trey Murphy's checked in for
He
Martin.
has 8 more
Smith
years
kicks
of
the
basketball.
ball. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. Ball's got 24.
3 triples in the first half, 3 in the second. Boy, do they add up. And his performance today,
He
guys,
is not
is really
retired
a
at
thing of beauty.
31.
A triple-double for him today.
Yeah, he's got his hands all over this game, impacting it in just about every category.
I think he's bored.
And no good. Only chance to take the lead there. The Professor passes to Kennard. Lays it up off the glass. And the Bucks lead by 2.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Ball, the pass to Landale. And here's Russell. Up a floater and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Of all the great ball handlers, Clark, in the NBA, Russell's got to be right there at the top of the list.
And the thing that impresses me, Kevin, is how smooth he makes it look and how effortless it appears.
For sure.
Even at full speed, he can make moves that most guys can't even imagine.
Lillard's checked in for Kennard. The Hornets also with the sub. Cody Martin, he's checked in for Smith. Lopez, a screen on Ball. The Professor passes to Lopez.
And, you know, Lopez has such a likable personality and way about him. Just a good-spirited guy, and it's one of the reasons his teammates enjoy playing with him.
Charlotte making a switch here. Smith is checked in. Brook Lopez hits them both.
Come
They're
on,
shooting
let's
better
finish
from the
this.
free throw line since halftime. That's a big plus if you're holding the lead late.
Russell with it. There's Ball with the 3. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. Ball's
Get
got the
them
game
feet.
tied up here for
Yeah.
the Hornets.
Who
And
else?
you know what? He's shaking off the cold shooting performance from the first half.
Who else can win this?
Here's the Professor, and the layup's good off the glass. The Professor's got 45 points.
Boy, he's filling it up right now, getting the shots he wants and delivering in a big way.
Knocked loose. Driving the lane to the inside. Middleton. That one drops for him. Now it's a 4-point Milwaukee lead.
No.
For Charlotte, they've gotten just under 45% of their attempts to drop in the fourth. 4 of 9. Down low, here's Russell. It falls for his fifth field goal of the night. Now shooting 5 for 8.
Inside, Russell definitely has the touch. Just pops it in nicely.
The things he's doing, it's crazy.
Middleton, a screen on Ball.
He's the whole team.
Russell left side. The kick out to Ball. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top.
Yeah, but still.
Here's the Professor. Ball with it, now guarded by the Professor. Shoots from 12. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Ball's got 18 points just in the second half. Here's the Professor. He's covered by Ball. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That's good from the Professor. Giannis, he's checked in for Milwaukee. And both free throws good from the Professor.
And one difference this half is that when they get to the line, they're converting.
Miller dishes the ball. Outside Williams. Back to Ball.
Yeah,
Rocket
most of the
6.
time,
Shoots
the
over
team
Lillard.
win
Ball, no
the
good.
trophy.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Guys, this has been an incredible performance this quarter. I mean, he's getting the ball where he likes it and wants it and just going to work.
Any good game today?
Now Ball. Pass to De Silva.
Lakers play today?
Fires from deep. Good on that shot. And with that, the Bucks' lead is cut to just 1 on the basket from Ball.
Boy, the points really accumulating from three-point range. He had 9 from distance in the first half, and he seems to only be getting better.
Here's the Professor. Oh, they get it back. Antetokounmpo converts inside.
Boy, extra effort
Oh,
by
good
Giannis, the
plays.
multi-time MVP. He's just
They're
built
moving
a
up.
little differently.
Miller outside. Charlotte moving the ball around. And it's the Hornets, another 3.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
And their defensive rotations have been non-existent.
Bucks have gone 7 of 10 shooting the ball since the start of the fourth quarter. Giannis a screen on Miller. Good, he hits again.
Big three.
And how many times have we seen him fill it up this season? It seems like he's scoring 50 every night.
That gives him the 4th most 50-point games in a single season. What a milestone. Pass to De Silva.
No.
They get it back. Here's Williams. Miller with the ball. Stolen by Middleton. Lillard from outside. The Hornets pull it in. Now Miller. A rebound by the Bucks. Middleton's got 5 rebounds tonight.
Come on, Dame.
Here's Lillard, and he lays it straight in. And now a 5-point Milwaukee lead.
You can see the confidence Lillard has by how cool and calm he is when they need a big bucket.
Let's
Ball
see.
from long range. And the Professor pulls it down. The Professor's got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. And stolen by Lillard.
Easy.
Antetokounmpo passes to the Professor. Lopez a screen on Miller. Here's the Professor. Back to Antetokounmpo. Here's the Professor. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Sinks the three-pointer.
We finish them.
Lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Lopez with the steal. Here's the professor. And another one falls.
And this game has his name written all over.
He's Bronny plays for the Lakers now.
Phenomenal and offensive onslaught. And so it's Charles Lee calling timeout.
Bronny James.
And clearly an important juncture. He's going to have some choice words with his team. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame
MVP.
reporter David Aldrich. What's the latest,
Look at
David?
my numbers.
Hey guys, during the break, listening with Charles Lee and his team, he was
It's
preaching the
Jokic's number.
importance of effort, saying he wanted to see second and third efforts each possession. We need to be the more active team down the stretch. Guys?
Thank you, David.
You know, because Ball is so skilled, defenders try to get physical with him, rough him up a bit, but it doesn't phase him. That rarely works against Ball.
Here's the professor. Tries again.
Foul.
Good D by Miller. It's a race against time as they look to make a run here.
Yeah, the clock is definitely not on their side right now.
Lopez a screen. Here's the professor. Kicks it out to Lillard. The three-pointer is right on target. Lillard's got the lead up to 11 now for Milwaukee.
He barely
They
played.
made the most of their opportunities looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
Boy, they've given their fans plenty to cheer about, that's for sure. Effort, skill, coaching, you name it, they've done it.
Here's Milwaukee now. 23 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
Give me a good pick.
Lopez a screen. The professor off the mark there with the three-point shot. Miller outside. Knocks down the three ball. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Why you fouled?
First free
Time,
throw
time.
is good, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And so both free throws are good, and it's an 8-point game. Charlotte calls timeout. 8 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
And I don't think they'll be able to climb out of this hole.
You know, maybe working on their 60-second
Another
drill,
double.
even if it doesn't pay off tonight, maybe for the future.
Here's the professor. Missed.
Come
And
on.
so the Bucks take the win. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference.
Yeah, I
Once
do
they
photography.
started to
I'm
really
photographer.
play in rhythm, you never felt like they had any
Did you
doubts
see my page?
as to whether or not they...
Nice win. Nice win. I think we play Charlotte again away.
That's what I'm talking about.
Second place. Oh, let me send you the page. Let me send you the page. Really quick.
Right? Right? Is that what I said? Yeah, that's fine.
At the time of his retirement, he was 10th all-time in made three-pointers. Yes, forget I lived in West Side. You see my giant cowbell? All right, well...
Hey, did you see the dog park over there? I did. It reminds me. Where did you find your hamster? Ooh, I went to
That's gotta be really fun. Yeah, it is. Do you think I'd be a good mascot?
For this team?
Yeah.
In that suit?
Yeah.
In this arena?
Yeah, in this arena, this suit, and for this team.
Not really.
Come over this weekend? Yeah, sounds good. I'm free Saturday
Really
night.
wrong. Saturday? Yeah. Okay.
Do we have any coins?
So I'm gonna play some basketball. Oh, boys.
Let's see. Let's see. Play next game.
They talk the talk, but you walk the walk.
I thought you were more into nature and buildings. I'm more like a portrait.
Tonight should be easy work.
Yeah, more like a portrait photographer. But I like to photograph
You
people
know
more.
MP
Yeah.
came ready to play.
I don't know why.
Thanks for joining us here on 2K. Here's a look at some stats
Thank you,
for
Malaka.
Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Effective field goal percentage is a great way to measure his performance over the previous 10 games. It's been much improved, a sign that his game has been
Don't have
evolving.
Insta, really?
Here's the starting group
You're
for the
the first
Milwaukee
person I
Bucks.
know that.
Middleton and Giannis, the long-time
have
forward
Instagram.
duo. Then there's Brook Lopez. Then there's Damian
It's
Lillard.
Lillard.
And it's the professor in at the 2. And for Charlotte,
I
Ball
wish I
and
don't
Miller
have any
pair
of
up as
this.
the backcourt. Then there's Trey Murphy. Then there's Mark Williams. And it's De Silva in at the power forward position. Well, Grant, these two
Maybe I
teams
should keep
just
only
faced off.
YouTube.
It's the second game of this mini-series.
Yeah, I mean, we first saw a lot of these back in the 21-22 season, and they were added in a way to reduce travel. You know, I like them. They give you a playoff feel with the game-to-game adjustments that I love. And that gets us rolling. Ooh, what a tremendous atmosphere in here tonight.
You get the sense there is a level of intensity right out of the gates.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Here's Lillard, 15 in his last outing. Here's the professor. Williams grabs the board. Charlotte's gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Oh, got a piece of it. Here's De Silva. Uses the glass on the layup.
What a terrific play by just a
Only
tremendous all-around player. This guy makes it
And
look
only
easy.
fast.
Pass to the professor. Back to Antetokounmpo. Here's the professor. Launches it. Ball with the rebound.
Man, just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
To the paint. Miller outside from downtown. It's Milwaukee with a rebound. Coming off a win against the Hornets.
Give me the
And
ball.
that night, they did a great job of executing their plays and creating mismatches.
Well, it was certainly a game that their analytics people had to love breaking down. I thought they exposed every
What time is
weakness in
there,
the
Ricky?
defense. Right now trying to get into a rhythm, but so far this quarter, boy, he is struggling to make anything go down.
There's Ball with a 3. He's looking good. 2 buckets in 3 attempts.
Intelligent basketball. Keep feeding the hot hand.
Pass to Antetokounmpo. Here's the professor. Back to Lillard. And they come
Nice.
right back with their own three-pointer.
Yes, very
That's how
busy.
you up the
Very
ante.
busy.
Come right back at him.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
But
And it's Charles
I
Lee
have
calling timeout here. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. And a chance to see the latest edition of the power rankings.
Let's
Always
get
fun to
back
see
on
where
track.
everyone in the league stands. Taking a look at the 76ers. They slipped a bit. Still in the top 10, though.
Well, I think for Milwaukee, they're kind of a middle-of-the-road squad. Not bad, but haven't been able to make the leap into the upper echelon of teams.
Here's De Silva. 11 points for him last game against the Bucks in Milwaukee. Off target with the open look. The Bucks trail by 3. Grant, the Hornets are a team hoping to end a pretty substantial playoff drought.
Yeah, it's been a long time since they made a buzz in the postseason, but their return could be closer than people think. A few smart moves here or there might be all it takes.
Charlotte has gone 2 of 5 from deep. Back to ball. Jacks up a 3. Antetokounmpo grabs the board. Antetokounmpo's got 4 rebounds in the game. Screen by Antetokounmpo. Pass to Lopez. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo, and that one goes in.
You simply have to remember that Brook Lopez can stroke the jumper. This guy on catch and shoot is terrific.
I had some stuff to do.
Here's Miller. Again, the miss by the Hornets.
And we're back in
I know
Cyprus.
he wanted to answer with a 3 of his own, but you gotta play smarter. Play your game, not theirs.
Boy, the wheels have definitely fallen off in this quarter. He cannot buy one.
Charlotte shooting their first free throw of the night.
Yeah, with the size
Are you
and
going to visit
versatility
Greece
Miller
this
brings to
summer?
the table, he's a tough cover for just about anyone.
The Hornets have gone 3 of 8 so far. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
I caught up with Coach Charles Lee. A main focus on their defense? Damian Lillard, the dynamic point guard. Coach telling me what sticks out to me about Lillard is his heart. He plays way bigger than his size. He raises the level of everyone around him. A true leader. Lillard, one of the most respected players in the league, Brian.
Thank you for that, Allie. Here's ball. After the Bucks picking up a basket just moments ago. It's deflected.
Woo. So far, rebounding has been a focal point for them.
Here's the professor. Misses off the right iron.
Listen, offensively, they're very
What month is
comfortable
the
with him
best to
taking
go?
that shot. It's a good
September.
look under very little pressure. He just can't convert. What
September.
a beautiful stroke from range.
A little bit
Defensively,
cloudy.
you've got to try to take him out of his
The
comfort
weather is
zone.
still good.
Here's the
Price is
professor.
better.
Guarded by Miller. Miller pulls it in.
Boy,
Yeah,
9
definitely
times out of 10, that's going in. I'm sure he surprised himself with the miss.
Don't come in August. August is the worst.
Lillard against
Greece.
ball. Back to Williams.
It's too crowded.
Just 5 on the clock. Miller outside. Over Middleton. Miller can't get it to go. And so Antetokounmpo will bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. Looking to get it going. And that's 2 points on the layup. The professor's got 6 points.
Pounding it inside early and often, setting a physical tone.
To the wing on the left. Here's De Silva. He's averaging just around 8.5 points
Super
a game.
good.
And Ball gets it to go.
What a finish by LaMelo Ball. Thin frame, but that length at 6'7", he can mix it up now.
The professor, the pass to Antetokounmpo. Here's the professor. No good from outside. He got his defender off his feet with a pump fake, but couldn't knock it down. Pass to De Silva. This one for 3. It's Milwaukee with a rebound.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
They get the rebound. Antetokounmpo, the pass to the professor. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo. And that one goes in. Antetokounmpo's got 3 assists tonight. Hornets trail by 3. Outside, Williams. Lets it go. Got a hand on it. And they get it back. And there's the screen. Here's Ball. And it's the professor with a rebound.
He expects to make every one of those, and we expect him to make them too.
Lopez, the screen. The professor, the pass to Lopez.
Come on, Lopez.
Here's the professor. Lopez, the screen. The professor. Off target from 3-point range.
The way they've gotten after rebounds has been impressive.
Inside. Here's De Silva. Unable to get that one. Great D that time from Antetokounmpo. Here's
Yeah,
the
there are
professor.
many islands that
Had a career game his
are
last
more
time out.
quiet,
Bucket
let's
after
see.
bucket. From outside, off the mark.
Well, it hasn't been the most efficient
not like
game for this
Mykonos
guy,
or
but their team
Santorini.
is fortunate to still be out in front.
Ooh, nice shot by Miller.
Love the confidence from this young man.
And to be honest,
Miller's so quick
it's
off
way
the
better.
catch.
Lopez, the screen on Miller. The teardrop. Kicks it out to Middleton. Pass to the professor. Pulls up at the elbow, and he gets it to go. The professor's got 11 points.
Yeah, he's been having his way this quarter, attacking the basket and protecting
Yeah, if you
their
visit,
lead.
let me know.
1:46 left in the first quarter of the game.
I will tell you a lot of places.
The 11-footer. Ball no good. Milwaukee in the lead. Well, Doris, one thing about LaMelo Ball, not many true point guards walking around at 6'7".
BA, the length of a forward and yet one of the most prolific playmakers in the game today. That gives a coach a lot
4
of
rebounds already.
versatility and options with one individual player.
Here's the professor. 11 points in the game. Lopez passes to the professor. Lopez, the screen on Miller. Back to Lopez. Here's the professor. Fires it.
Nice.
And he's back in business as the jumper finally drops for him. 13 points in the game. Ball against Lillard. Here's Miller. Charlotte, no good that time either. Milwaukee leading by 4. Antetokounmpo with it. Guarded now by Ball.
I've been in Rome once. Italy
Wide
is
open
nice.
And it's the professor missing.
Boy, defense nowhere to be found, and neither was his shot at that time.
And Ball with the basket. The assist from Miller.
Boy, early in his career, LaMelo Ball has let you know I am dangerous from deep. The 3 ball is good.
2-second difference between shot and game clock. Driving inside. That gives them the lead.
I'll tell you, the team is simply riding the hot hand. This guy has been lights out.
First trip to the free.
Exactly.
Here's the professor.
Huge
Oh,
defense.
not wasting any time and taking the shot and hitting it. The professor's got 15 points.
Boy, that's a bang-bang play on the inbounds pass. I like those quick hitters.
So on the floor for Milwaukee, we've got Damian Lillard, Bobby Portis out there, and Chris Middleton. Then there's Dante Exum, and it's the professor.
Even
at
we, the
2 spot.
locals, love
Oh, cashes
to
one
this
in from
place
distance.
here. You know?
Another triple for him. His 4th of the night after that monster first quarter where he hit 3 of them.
Portis with a screen on Ball. Hornets with the rebound. Defeated by Milwaukee in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
It's always hard to get a win on the road, especially when you show zero energy on the defensive end.
One thing you know, Greg, is you've got to pack your defense in the suitcase if you're going to win on the road, and they simply did not bring it.
And given LaMelo Ball is 6'7", how does this give him an advantage at his position, Grant?
Well, B.A., he's able to score on smaller guards, as well as see over them and find his teammates. His height and quick decision-making are real weapons.
Lopez, he's checked in for Portis.
LaMelo, one of those guys at the top of the list in terms of excitement. This guy is capable of the spectacular.
The professor, the pass to Lopez.
Oh
He's
my
off on that
God,
one.
Lopez.
Some solid defense from Williams. Now Ball. He had a 36-point outing in their last game against Milwaukee. Got it.
And you have to appreciate the heart they've shown on the offensive boards this quarter.
And so it's Lillard who brings up the ball for the Bucks. Trailing by 2. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Ball.
You see his active hands knocking that pass out of bounds.
Well, that's what you call a game of inches. They talk about it in football. We see it right there.
Here's the professor. 15 points in the game. Here's Lopez. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. You're a good person to ask this, Doris. Why do so many point guards turn into successful coaches?
Thank you,
I think
Malaka.
Honestly, Brian, as a point guard, you're responsible for knowing every position on the floor, where they're supposed to be at all times.
Happy to see you again.
And you're also sort of thinking like a coach already. This person hasn't had a bucket in a while. How do I get them in a position to make them successful? So I think you're in control of so much as a point guard that it naturally translates to coaching.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, guys, the professor in the last outing against the Hornets was outstanding. He had 57 points, and he was spectacular on the boards, grabbing a season high in rebounds. And he had a memorable game. These coaches and fans are still buzzing about it. Just incredible. What's he got for an encore, BA?
And the only question now, how does he follow up that performance?
Yeah, each
Not
night
today.
comes with different challenges, and I'm sure their opponent has seen the film.
What you love about this guy, though, is even when the defense adjusts to what he's doing, he'll make an adjustment right back. He is always ready with a counter.
And it's good. 2 points. Hornets trail by 3. Pass to De Silva. Here's Miller. Here's De Silva from deep. Offensive board. Williams.
Lopez,
Well, it was
what
only
are
a
you
matter
doing?
of time before they finally get the bucket.
Offensive rebounding is all about wanting it. Fantastic effort there, leading to second chance points.
And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen. And let's take an early look at our contenders for this year's dunk contest. No matter who ends up competing, you know it's going to be a show.
And the best part, BA, every year we see something different, something new. I can't wait.
You look at Miller, and I could see him moving even higher up in the ranks. He's certainly a talented guy up in the air.
He is for sure, but this list is just packed with real aerial artists. This dunk contest is really going to be something special.
So that's how things are currently looking for the dunk contest. But of course, we'll update you with the latest news as we receive it.
And as this lineup starts to take shape, this event is only getting more and more exciting. Golden opportunity to take the lead. Instead, he merely knots up the score.
Here's the professor. That three's off the mark.
No idea why he's attempting so many outside shots. It's not his day, and he needs to either look to drive or get it to an open teammate.
Miller left side. Williams with the screen. Second chance shot. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Miller's got 10.
This guy can make jump shots from anywhere on the floor. We see you, young Mr. Miller.
Middleton with a screen on Miller. Here's the professor. That one falls.
This guy is putting his fingerprints all over the game in this quarter. He has flat out dominated the offensive end.
Ball against Lillard. Oh, ball taking the hit.
This guy is cooking right now. He is leading them on the offensive end as they remain in front here.
Lopez, the screen on Miller. The professor, the pass to Lopez. Williams grabs the board.
Why
Williams
give
has
it to
got
Lopez?
rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. To the inside. Here's Miller. Ooh, good finish at the rack off the slick feed. And it's a 4-point Hornet lead.
Yeah, I like whenever Miller uses his size to his advantage, especially down near the rim.
Middleton passes to the professor. The floater. Back to Middleton. Pass to the professor. Just 5 to shoot. To the middle.
Fine.
And that one's good. Middleton. Middleton's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Now here's Ball. 22 points for him. On target from range.
He's been dropping them in from downtown since the tip. 3 triples in the first quarter, 2 more since.
Here's the professor. 19 points in the game. And stolen by Williams. Here's Miller.
No.
And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. Damian Lillard picks one up.
Tough move by Miller, having to absorb the foul while taking his shot.
Russell's checked
Finally,
in for
Giannis
Charlotte.
is back.
Milwaukee making a switch here.
I love it. In attack mode, drawing foul calls this quarter and getting to the free throw line.
The professor with a bucket.
Well, everyone's seeking those high percentage looks in the restricted area. Nicely done there.
Now here's Russell. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Milwaukee.
And let's not forget about the assist. This guy is a playmaker, was a driving force for that offense.
Offensive rebound. Fires for 3. No good there.
Just showing some tremendous authority controlling the boards. Love it.
Wow, what a performance. And he's not just winning with physical ability, he's winning with anticipation.
Antetokounmpo. And the rebound goes to Charlotte. Miller's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's De Silva.
Oh, wow. Incredible.
And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And that's what you get from Brandon Miller. I mean, he can really whip passes there around the court.
On the AT&T 5G Slam Cam, good looks by our terrific camera crew. Here's the professor. He's got 21. Screen by Antetokounmpo. The professor, the pass to Antetokounmpo. And stolen by Williams. There's 57 seconds left to play in the first half. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Bucks trail by 7. Here's the professor. Down low. And it's Antetokounmpo with a miss.
What is happening?
Outside Russell. Puts up a 3. Counted from distance. Russell's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
They've been pretty lax with their perimeter defense, giving up a lot of three-pointers.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. The professor, pass to Antetokounmpo. Screen by Antetokounmpo. The professor. And another miss by Milwaukee.
It's not looking good.
Miller on the wing. Middleton covering. Nifty move. And the shot goes in. And it's a 12-point Hornet lead.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
No, I think that's the one thing every player is searching for. Consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
And that'll do it for the first half of play. It's the Hornets. They lead by 12.
We're not playing
and
good.
Don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
Howdy, folks. I know you've all been clamoring to find out how the Rookie of the Year race is looking, and we are not letting you down. Look, I know this is going off topic, but during the first half, we were doing some dribbling drills. So, Kenny, as the point guard here, I want you to rank our handles.
Okay, obviously, first is me. Second, I'll get at...
And getting back to our current contest, very impressive first half performance for the Charlotte Hornets.
They moving.
And that's it for halftime.
Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. You look at LaMelo Ball in this game. He's been everywhere.
Yeah, tonight, he's done a great job of slashing through the lane and finishing.
And part of that has to do with his mindset. He has been looking to push the action at every opportunity, and he has been in attack mode all night.
Ball and Miller pair up as the backcourt. Then it's Williams. Then there's Trey Murphy. And it's De Silva in at power forward. That's the Hornets 5.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
Pass to Ball. Tries a 10-footer. Ball in the paint.
What an electrifying game by LaMelo Ball. Is anyone more exciting than this young guy?
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Well, the Bucks creating an elite tandem last season, pairing Giannis with Damian Lillard, who said people wanted to just click right away, but when you put two guys together who have always had the ball in their hands, it's going to take time to learn how to play off of one another. It's about making sure we continue to grow. B.A.?
That's a good perspective, Allie. Thanks. And ball right back at you.
LaMelo Ball said, I see your triple and I raise you one of my own.
First minute and a half of basketball played here in the third quarter. The three. And it's the professor missing.
Well, trying to find themselves in the second half here. Just 1 for 4 from the field. Can someone in the group get hot? Let's see.
Oh, my God.
Oh, what a play. Just palms the block. Antetokounmpo, the pass to the professor. Antetokounmpo, a screen on Williams. Back to Antetokounmpo. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. And a quick check-in with the leaderboard. Here are the NBA's top rebounders. Giannis Antetokounmpo on top.
And the way he's rebounded the ball this season has been special. His teammates really appreciate his hard work and physicality on the glass.
So hits one and misses one at the line.
The resume Giannis has built already is impressive, and he's nowhere close to being done adding to it.
Williams passes to Miller. Gets the three to fall. Miller's got 19 points.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
And Doc Rivers calls timeout. He wants to review the game plan.
Awful.
And now in December, here's what the Eastern Conference standings look like. Taking a look at Milwaukee, they're currently holding on to the 3rd best record in the conference. And of course the Charlotte Hornets, well, record-wise, not even in the same conversation. Screen by Antetokounmpo. Here's the professor. And another miss by Milwaukee.
I'll tell you what, they've rebounded the ball tremendously well.
Out to the right wing. The three from Ball. Rebound by Middleton. And here's Middleton. He'll bring it up for Milwaukee. It's a 16-point game. Here's Antetokounmpo. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Williams has got rebound number 19 now. Incredible board work. To the inside. Miller. Giannis with the rebound. Bucks trail by 16. Pass to the professor. Tries to break his ice. Williams grabs the board.
This guy just can't find his rhythm, and you look up at the scoreboard, they absolutely need his productivity.
There's Ball with a three. Antetokounmpo grabs the board. Antetokounmpo has got rebound number 17, if you can believe that. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, you never want to let shots at the rim go uncontested.
Milwaukee shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight. Portis, he's checked in for the Bucks. Jackson comes in for Middleton. He's off on the second. Charlotte leading by 15. Miller can't get it to go.
Great rim protection to prevent him from converting. Beautiful.
Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now.
The officials were right on top of that one.
First trip to the line for him here. And that one falls for Jackson. Exum's checked in.
$10 points.
And Pete!
It's now or never.
Smith outside. Russell against Kennard. Outside Russell. Miller on the wing. Clock at 6. Lets it fly. Rebounded by the Bucks.
That's the shot they wanted. It just didn't fall.
I think expect them to go back to it, because that's the kind of shot this offense is designed to generate.
Let's go.
The professor with a bucket. The professor's got
go.
7 points for the quarter.
Well, if you offer no resistance defensively, he's going to knock down the 3. It's really that simple, guys.
Smith passes to Landale. Russell from outside.
No.
Drops in 3. Russell's got 6.
D'Angelo Russell is not afraid to make some big-time momentum-swinging shots. Nice to see him answer back right there.
And that one's good.
Boy, as we reach the latter stages, he's been in a ridiculous groove. They simply can't get over the hump.
9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Here's Smith.
No!
So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
Come on.
And for Smith, the quickness, the jump shot, the potential.
And they want a second opinion on that call. The signal for the coach's challenge has been made.
People were worried that this would slow the action down. But with so many close calls,
The previous play is under review.
Policy in 2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was wrong.
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
Thank you.
So they see clear evidence
Thank
of a
you.
bad call, and they're going to overturn it. Probably the right decision.
Can't
They
believe
give
that.
credit to the officials for recognizing the mistake and correcting it. Nobody likes to say they got it wrong, but they fixed it in a hurry.
Russell with the ball. He's got 6. For 3. And it's the professor with a rebound. The professor's got his 5th rebound in this one.
Yes.
Plays it up and banks it
Yes.
in. The professor's got 11 in the second half. And so it's the Charlotte Hornets leading by 6 as we wrap up the quarter. They've been lights out from deep, and it's. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist to the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far. With this 4th quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. On the floor for Milwaukee starting the 4th quarter. Chris Middleton is out there with Karis LeVert. Then there's Damian Lillard. Then there's Brook Lopez. And it's the professor in at the 2. Middleton with a screen on Smith. Here's the professor. Played it in with a nice touch off the window. The professor's got 34 points.
Carrying the team.
And guys, the way this defense is getting manhandled down low, you have to wonder if they're at 100% right now.
Russell to pass to Martin. The 3 from
Oh,
Ball.
no, please, no, no,
Fires
no.
in the triple. Ball's got 33 points.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
Bucks trail by 7. Lillard deciding where to go with it. Out to the right wing. Here's the professor. And he can't answer back. The 3-pointer offline.
I'll tell you what, they've been aggressive and they've been physical.
What?
All right, guys, what do you think so far on the offensive approach for the Hornets?
Well, the coaching staff has to love what they're seeing on offense. There's so many assists because how this team is moving the ball.
Boy, the long ball has been another point of emphasis for this group tonight. Their shooters are finding open spaces and firing without hesitation.
Giannis Antetokounmpo is checked in for Milwaukee. Lets a floater go. And it's Martin with the rebound. Charlotte leading by 8. Pass to Russell. The 3 is up. Nails it from beyond the arc.
Hard to win games when you allow clean looks from the perimeter.
The Bucks have gotten just 1 shot to fall out of 3 attempts in the 4th. Lopez, the screen on Ball. With the drive. Lopez passes to the professor.
Oh,
Milwaukee, no good that time either.
All alone from mid-range. You gotta think he's kicking himself.
And stolen by Antetokounmpo. Over to the left wing. Pass to the professor to stop the run.
Ooh.
Yes, great play by
That's a
Lillard to
shoot.
set it up. The professor's got 37.
That's his 3rd triple this half, and that's after hitting only 1 before that.
Don't give up. Don't give up.
Russell against Lillard. Russell into the lane. And
Come
he
on,
makes it the
Lillard.
layup. Russell's got 5
Just
points
try,
in the quarter.
man.
A tale of 2 halves. After a slow start, he's turning his offense around.
Here's the professor, pounded by Ball. The professor with a bucket.
Just try.
Over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the 4th. Now here's Russell. To the wing, right side. Ball outside. Pass to Landale. Charlotte needs to get one up in a hurry.
No way.
Clock at 2.
No way.
Martin misses. The Bucks trail by 8 to the paint. Tipped. Now Smith. Lets it go from deep. Giannis Antetokounmpo grabs the board. Inside. From down in the low post, it goes.
How about the timing? Could be the difference between an assist and a turnover. Nice delivery.
6 points.
Russell deciding where to go with it. Good D by Antetokounmpo. The Bucks have gone 4 of 7 from the field in the fourth quarter.
Even if this game doesn't go their way, he has to be proud of his performance tonight.
Pass to Russell.
One more good D.
One
more good D.
Free ball. Antetokounmpo grabs the board.
I'm open.
And so Antetokounmpo will bring it up for Milwaukee. Trailing by 4.
Faster, Giannis.
Martin outside. Now here's Russell. Takes the 3. The rebound by the Bucks. The Professor's got 7 rebounds in the game. Out of bounds. It'll be Hornets ball.
Yeah, not a smart move on that pass. Hopefully he'll learn from that.
And Charlotte making a change here. Hornets leading by 4.
Wasted
And
opportunities.
we've got a timeout called by Charles Lee. He clearly wants to talk it over and make sure everyone is focused. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Charles Lee said to the team. In the huddle, he reminded them, quote, "This would be a huge statement if we can finish this off, but we have to stay focused until that final buzzer. It would be a big upset if they can hold on, guys."
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie. Pass the ball. Russell up top. To stop the drought. And it's good on the lay-in. And the Hornets lead by 6.
You love that this guy doesn't get down on himself after a rough first half. Keep your composure and keep grinding.
Here's the Professor. Misses the 3.
You will not see this guy miss many of those. He's one of the keys to their floor spacing.
Oh, wasted no time on that one. Ball's got 12 points here in the second half.
He got loose from downtown in the first half. Now has 3 here in the second. Unstoppable.
Bucks trail by 9. Here's the Professor. Another shot. And the rebound goes to Charlotte. They led by as many as 18. And after this one, they're at home against Phoenix. It'll be game number 2 in their 5-game homestand. And he'll take a trip to the line for 2. Clearly got fouled on that shot.
I tell you, proving how dangerous he can be inside. D'Angelo Russell forcing the defense to make a commitment.
If they keep hitting free throws at this clip, it'll help them seal the deal.
And here's Milwaukee now. Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
And the call is going to be, yes, an illegal screen.
He's really valuing every possession. That's just his first turnover of the game.
This is a bad loss.
Miller outside. The 3 is up. Rebound by Middleton. Middleton's got 4 rebounds now. And here's Lillard from beyond the arc. And that comes off the assist by Middleton.
A genuine sniper from downtown. Lillard's confidence is what makes him so dangerous.
Pass to De Silva. The shot connects. The jumper drops.
You know, you have to like that he's still getting quality touches and delivering now after getting blanked in the first half.
Here's the Professor. Misses the 3. Used the pump fake well, but he couldn't capitalize. Here's Miller. And the layup is good off the glass. And now it's a 12-point Charlotte lead.
Not afraid to work on the interior. Mr. Miller, go ahead.
Oh, man, he can't get anything to fall. You can feel his frustration.
And so Charlotte takes this one by a big margin. They didn't have too many problems tonight.
They didn't. Just a tremendous team effort. Once they had that big lead.
We win at home, they win at home. We split the games. All right. We're still doing good.
Sometimes the shots just don't fall.
We're still doing good. What I did.
These fans make a lot of noise. Let's quiet them down.
All right. 2 games with Boston. 3 games. Wow. Back to back. All right, guys. That's it for today. See you next time. We're back, baby. We're so back.